Good evening, and welcome to our pitch entitled Building Our Village to Raise Our Children.
Why don't you introduce yourselves first, and then Daria will set the timer.
All right, we're El Dorado Elementary School. I'm Charles Glover, I'm the assistant principal.
I'm Gina Patterson, Director of Programs for Real Options for City Kids, the CBO.
Rafael Directo, Family Liaison.
Sonia Pinero, Principal.
Andy Castro, second grade teacher.
Maria Estrandoyle, parent and a former student of El Dorado.
Devin King, Family Coordinator for Rock. Mindy Morris, and I teach first grade at Dorado.
So everybody, as you can see, El Dorado is a very diverse school, but something that we wanted to highlight is that we are in the center of 5 public housing developments, and that really impacts how our school runs. But we're considered a low income, high trauma, low resources, but that's Visitation Valley. That's one of our strengths, and we love it and embrace it.
Woo. And so the why. The why is through this process, the team has been able to strengthen our personal and collective lives and gain new understanding to why we're drawn to this work. And the outcomes of this process have been to involve and engage and partner with our families to establish stronger relationships by committing to equity, being a welcoming and inclusive school, creating safe and brave spaces, and to model for students what we expect, what we want them to expect them to do. Also, the design challenge, how do we make this happen? Well, through this process, we are questioning the nature of how we have been in relation with each and every family. We are seeking family partnership opportunities that utilize and address the diverse family voices and needs of everyone in the community. So the description is the graduate profile, the leadership, empathy, and collaboration component. We want our students to lead with and for equity, to empathize with others, and to apply a cooperative process for effective collaboration. Forgive me. The sense of purpose and sense of self component. We must think of ourselves in ways that we want students to build self-awareness, to apply growth mindset, to take action in the community.
So during this process, we gathered a lot of data. We reviewed a lot of data. One of the things that stood out to us was the culture and climate data, where we got responses from family and community members. And you can see the numbers up there are relatively high. At El Dorado, we're not satisfied with that. We want to reach every parent, every community member. So we have a lot of wonderings. What about the 2% that didn't feel welcome at our school? How can we leverage this feeling of sense of belonging at El Dorado and leverage that into actionable, an actionable community, right? How can we inspire collective genius? How can we empower our people? And how can we impact the next generation?
Throughout this process, we leveraged some SFUSD resources. We worked with the Office of Family Partnership, who assisted us in our discovery work, strategies, and additional measures. We combined the innovation grant process with the Family Partnership Planning and Implementation process, also known as the FPIP. This FPIP process gave us additional meeting structures, additional discovery structures, additional survey and questionnaires, additional resources, and collective best practices. We also utilized SFUSD's family partnership model to identify a focus area based on all of our discovery phase insights. The 6 focus areas we used were setting the tone, building authentic relationships, linking student learning between home and school, creating an equitable school community, supporting families navigating SFUSD, as well as sharing power and decision making.
So throughout our design phase, we went through many processes with the Office of Family Partnership. We did surveys, we did parent fishbowls, we did student shadowing, and throughout all of the collected data, we realized that we are still missing an equitable community for our school. So we want to be able to provide a space for our families to be able to share their ideas, share power, and be able to feel welcome as well.
So the insights we gained from engaging in these 2 processes
are really kind of spoke to the efforts that we need to improve. And those are, how do we include our families in all aspects of school and commit to relationship building. We learned that families want authentic and collaborative relationships with school staff and other school community members as well. They want to connect with one another and currently do not always know how to reach out for support. In addition, we are also very aware that we struggle to include, we as the school, family representation in our leadership bodies. So our solution, our theory for change is, if we dedicate a space for families at the school site, are responsive to the identified needs of families, and are committed to building stronger partnerships in the capacity of parent leaders, then we will see our families become stronger advocates for the community, because there is a space dedicated to building community among the adults. So the work we plan to have is 2 phases. Phase 1 being spring of 2020, and really the idea is there to improve and expand our communication with families and encourage interested individuals to be parent leaders, so that in phase 2, which is the next school year, 2020-2021, we can launch the community center that with an established calendar of workshops, and also is inclusive of resources that families have identified as important.
So our storyboard shows how these resources will be used to create a community working towards partnership and equity, from increased communication to additional opportunities to partner in event planning. Our goal is sustainability as families become expert leaders in the community and pass on their skills each year.
Can you imagine the possibilities? I know we have. Can you imagine taking partnerships like the food bank and getting a cooking specialist and coming together and teaching our families how to eat healthy with the food that's given to them by their own community school? Yes, that's what we think about. We think about the workshops that we're going to offer that develop leadership skills in these parents that are going to come back and guide our children and help our staff be better people. We've thought of all those things, and really this community center is everything to us. The possibilities are endless.
So how will this innovation allow adults to use the space differently? It will set the tone for us to build more meaningful relationships with families. It will give us a chance to be real and for them to be real with us, and to know that we really care about them. It will also give us a chance to build more authentic relationships. And that's something that will create an avenue for them to lead student learning between home and school. We will now have a space where families could come and feel a part of it. And there will be a space where teachers and faculty and all staff could feel part of it, and we have connectedness for once. So we're really, really looking forward to this opportunity. It's something that's very important to us. And then also, how will this innovation support us in changing the structures and systems? Well, it'll start first by sharing power and decision making. It'll give families a chance to be part of the decision making and feel empowered that they're included in the school decision making throughout the school. And lastly, it will create an equitable school community where we have a designated space where everyone can feel proud of, and I know I will, and I know everyone here is working hard to make sure that that happens. Thank you.
Not yet.
Budget. So we are asking for funding that will provide us with one, marquee at the front of the school for the distribution of general information. 2, a mounted TV screen in the lobby that will contain expanded information and announcements. And then 3, furniture and equipment for a space that families can utilize and need it. It's also important to note that we, within our budget, we have a 1-year stipend for 11 room parents, equaling $7,200, as well as extra hours for room parents and other parents who are going to participate in the planning process for $491.03. In total, we're asking for $22,500. In-kind requests, we know that this is a one-time grant, so we are thinking about sustainability and ongoing development. Our Rock After School program has committed $1,127.71 for additional equipment. We're also going to continue to work with the Office of Family Partnership to plan workshops and information sessions in order to support our parents. We're also going to be meeting with our District 10 supervisor, Mr. Walton, who was also a former El Dorado student, on January 8th to discuss District 10 city funds that could also support the project.
Possibilities.
As a former student of El Dorado Elementary School, the memory that I remember the most is the feeling of having a sense of belonging or purpose when I attended the school. Why do I remember this the most? Let me tell you. Growing up, I remember seeing my parents, my friends' parents, and all the teachers come together as a community to make the experience here at school fun and exciting. Seeing the trust and respect shown between parents and teachers made me feel safe, eager to learn, and become the person I am today. I currently have a daughter here in first grade. Her name is Primrose. I want her to have the same experience that I had when I was here. I want her to feel like she can come to school and have fun while learning to grow as a person and educationally. She has always expressed to me that knowing that I am involved in her school makes her more inclined to do better, to be more present. Having a family room here in school can give opportunities for the families who either don't have the resources or not enough resources to come here and have those resources available to them. It will give the families of our school community an opportunity to come together and show our students that if we all work together, anything can be accomplished. We want to dedicate this family room to Miss Washington for her 21 years of dedicated service to the students of this school.
Yeah!